Hey, this is Paul with ProShop. In this little video, I'm going to show you how ProShop manages the org chart and the skills and competencies and training of the employees in your company. So here we're on this page where we are actually looking at a segment of our org chart from the general manager down. You'll notice that there's lots of company positions here. Inside of those positions, we see individual employees. And every single one of these labels is a hyperlink. So let's jump into one of the company positions just by clicking here on Entry Operator. This takes me into the company position page for this particular position. We can see on the left-hand side what department they're in, who they report to. On the right-hand side, what users currently fill this position. We can see Brian here at the top. He's 100% trained, so is Mark. Chris, Brian, down the line. Over on the right-hand side, we can see their status. We have some active folks, we have some folks that are in training, and we can even have alternate as an option as well. In the middle here, we can see whether they're fully trained, and if they're not, like you see these percentages, ProShop will show whether they are partially trained or untrained in that particular task. And these links here feed into our training modules. And if we scroll down below this table, we will actually see the requirements to be trained as an entry operator. And there's two basic types of training that are required. One would be just a training document itself. So for example, this one for crash mitigation or maintaining coolant and chips. But then these other ones that we call virtual positions. And these are basically a container for other training objectives that we can look at. So if we look at QMS basics or QA basics, for example, we can see that there are some requirements for in-house calibration and training for measuring instruments and QMS basics, which has a bunch of requirements in itself, including some of the ISO or AS9100 requirements. So we can see, and also from there, we can see the requirements, direct and sub-requirements for these virtual positions. If we scroll up, let me go back one. If we come back here to this position for entry operator, on the left-hand side, we can also see the position description, what that job entails. Along the top of the bar, we can see a whole bunch of things, including the training queue. So if we click on this, this will show us the different people that are currently slated to be trained, and it'll show gaps in red where they are not trained or not completely trained. Now let's talk about not completely trained. So you can see these are a level, have a 1 here, but it's red. That's because you can define the training requirements. So if we go here and look at this partially trained option for Chris here, the requirements for a position include what proficiency that person needs to be trained. So if we look at this help topic here, our proficiency system is a 1 through 4 system. 1 is basic, 4 is an expert. So in this case, we have a requirement for at least a level 2 in proficiency to be considered trained as an entry operator. And we can see that Chris is only a level 1, which is why he's partially trained. Now here on the training page, we will have a time date stamp of when that person got trained, to what level, and their training certificate will be viewable through this little link right here. We can also see whose duty it is and who the trainers are. And over on the left-hand side, we can actually see either the questions that are going to be asked for proficiency of this, or maybe videos or other documents that can be used for the actual documentation of the training itself, or a test of some type. So that's a little bit about how ProShop handles training and employee skills and competency. If you'd like to learn more, please let us know.